Hey guys, welcome to this topic about DEXes and liquidity pools. At first, if you have any questions, remarks, or want to discuss anything about this, please join the Discord. The link will be below in the description. So let's go to work. What will you learn in this video? At first, we will have the difference between the central exchanges and the decentral exchanges, which are abbreviated as SEX and DEX. Next, I will show you how to use DEX, and we're looking at the phenomena which is called a liquidity pool. All right, so for this, let's move on to the first subject. Um, for the central exchange, most of you will already know this. This are like the Binance, the Bybit, Maxi, and there are way more versions like Kraken or um, most countries have also local central exchanges to support the payment systems of their locals. In Holland, we have got Bitcoin Meester and Bitfavo, for example. Well, what's the point with a central exchange? You just send them or your crypto, or they let you pay and buy crypto with your direct payment methods or a credit card or something like that. What will be the first point? That the wallets where all those cryptos are stored in are managed by them. So you do not have any private keys or something. You just have your username and your password, which is your access to all your wallets, which they nicely combine in one screen so you can easily work with it. So that's already also covering the second point. Like it's easy usage and people which are less familiar with crypto will think it's very useful to do it through a central exchange because you have just your Bitcoins and Ethereum and whatever token you buy there, what they support, you will simply have this in one list. You do not have to sign transactions or do other difficult technical stuff, and that will all be the case for the decentralized exchange, which we soon will hit. It also has some negative points, like there are some risks on a central exchange. For example, if they are compromised, like what happened to Bybit in February 2025, they got compromised and some of the wallets were drained, which they stole like $1 billion. Uh, but anyway, if you have your own wallet, you can also get compromised if you're not secured enough. And of course, you also have that there could be mismanagement within that central exchange and they're just going broke, like FTX did. They misinvested in wrong collateralized things. So then it's also a problem that your money could be gone theoretically, because in most cases, this won't be a very big point. But people like blockchain often, especially very much because of not depending on any central item or a government or whatever, just having your money contained without being anyone but you in control. So therefore, they invented a system which is called a decentral exchange. This means this is not a party which is controlling it, but it are literally programs on the blockchain which manage the functionality of this. And of course, the parties who have created this have created a website interface. We will soon check these from the Uniswap or something. And I will show you um, these how what the difference are. Like on the decentral exchange, your wallets are connected to the site instead of being managed by them. So you'll have like a MetaMask or a Phantom extension in your Chrome browser and you're connecting to the site. Um, Often there are different DEXs for chains, like for the Binance Smart Chain BC, there are actually you have already PancakeSwap, and for Ethereum network you have Uniswap, which is also supporting a lot of other networks by now, but at first they started only there. And like on Solana, you have Orca, Meteora, Radium, and so it goes on and on and on and on. Um, One con is that it's a little bit more complex to handle. I will show you soon how the process is, and you probably will already know this, but we'll need this information for you to comprehend so you understand the next part. Also, the assets which are contained in your wallet, like the MetaMask or the Phantom, are in your wallet, so you do not have any risk of the exchange stealing them or any other risk which is there. If they are in your wallet, they are there. They will not move from themselves. All right. Then first, I will show you here, like this is Uniswap. Um, we can just, if we have some ETH, I'm not connected here now, but I can connect a wallet if I want. I can just swap ETH to USDC, and if I sell one ETH, I will get 1502 USDC for it. That's a lot less than yesterday because the market completely drained today. We can also do this the other way. If I'm selling 1000 USDC, I will receive 0.66 ETH. This structure is that there is an liquidity pool behind it where these values are defined in. So we have two assets there. Like in this case, we have one liquidity pool which contains ETH and USDC, and I will soon show you how these both are comparing, so where this value come from. But we can do anything, like we're selling USDC for WBTC, it's rep BTC in this case, but you will do that. And if I want to have it like almost one, we'll roughly need around this. So yeah, this is how the normal swap works. You just then you click here for swap, and then the transaction will be done. These prices and the way this price and the way it is, like you can even do from I want to sell one ETH, I get 0.02 ish wrapped BTC. The way these are, for every combination, there is a separate liquidity pool. So let me show you how a liquidity pool is being done. Like we're going to here. I prepared this a little bit because it was much. So I'll show you that in a normal liquidity pool, we are like if we would start a new pool, like a new combination, let's say Solana against USDC. We're going to do a simplified version here, of course, by the way, but the principle should be clear if you have watched this the coming 5 to 10 minutes. Let's say in start we create a new pool that's also an on-chain transaction, which we just drop in one sol and 100 USDC. This will mean that if we divide this on each other, you will see that one sol equals the value of 100 USDC, and vice versa also, one USDC you get 0.01 sol, right? So this makes sense. This is like you can one way and the other way. And let me show you quickly here. If we go back to like Ethereum, one ETH is 1500. This, if we change it, like one USDC is 0006 ETH, which is the same structure as you see here. Now, like imagine that this part is your liquidity pool. We have got the Solana and we have got the USDC. What will happen? Like there is a total amount of items in this. See it as actual literally liquidity. So if we are buying some Solana from this liquidity pool, that means that we are selling USDC, right? So this USDC is added to the liquidity pool and the Solana is taken off. So this becomes a little bit higher, more USDC, and the same amount here is going down of the USDC. If we make this in words, and we will show this here, if someone buys 0.1 Sol, he adds $10, like 0.1 Sol, that's like we said, 1 USDC gives you 0.01 Sol. So in a simplified version, if you buy 10 USDC, you will get 0.1 Sol. So that means in here he adds the $10 and the $10 here is added here, and he removes because that he gets in his wallet, right? He's the buyer. That will be going down there. So now this pool, as you already can see a little bit, it contains less than 1 Sol. It's now 0.9 Sol, but it also contains 110 USDC. If we now again do the same calculation, and I've divided this in two parts here. Now, 1 Sol is $122 in this case. So because someone has bought, the price has been risen. And that's because if we actually make this division like you already also did here, but this looks more simple, so this is like a little bit more written out, you will see that 110 USDC divided by 0.9 Sol actually results in a price of 122.22 USDC. And if you turn that around, you can always do that. Like if you sell 1 Sol, you get 122 USDC. If you buy more Sol, then for 1 USDC, you will get 0.0082 Sol. So that's less than here because the price was up. Makes sense? Well, if someone sells, then imagine he sells this 0.1 Sol again, and so then the liquidity pool will have again this, like he's adding the 0.1 Sol, he gets like the $10 back, and of course not 12.22 because that will not make sense. So it's a little bit more complicated as here. Actually, you will lose a very little because there are small trading fees on the liquidity pool, like 0.1%, 0.3%, 1%, 2%, even existing 5%. But that is like not so much. The maximum on some meme coins are mostly 2%. Um, where's that for? Because people are adding money here, like they are adding the Sol and the USDC in the hope you are trading it and making profit. We call this liquidity providing, which is actually a thing which is very important, what we do, but not in this forum. That will be in the CLM forum, which we will discuss in a later video. But people are earning money by providing the Solana and the USDC together, and by other people trading this, buying, selling, they will every time earn a little bit, like 0.1% on the traded amount. Like the trading was here $10, so if the fee is 0.1%, he will get like 10 cents. If he was the only liquidity provider in this pool, but obviously the systematics in the program on the blockchain, the contract, allows many people to add liquidity at the same time, which means that all trading fees of all people are divided over the liquidity providers. So this is like in a very short, simple way how the liquidity pool works. If you have any questions or do not understand this, just go back, watch it again, or go to our Discord. The link will be in the description below and discuss with the people. There are many people there which are very good in this, and we will be surely be able to help you. But for at least, this is the traditional way of a liquidity pool. Our advanced techniques for actually making a lot of money on this, like 20% per week or something, will is a little bit sophisticated than this. But you'll need to understand this first so you know what we're doing. Okay, guys, I just have forgotten that I would also show you how these liquidity pools in actual form look like. We are here on Radium, which is one of the DEXes of Solana, and we can just check here for Solana. Solana. We're just selecting them because there are so many pools, and I'm trying to select USDC. Come on, go show it. Ah, there it is. Well, here you look like there is a liquidity pool with almost $6 million in it. It has a trading volume at this point of $2.5 million one day, which are resulting in almost $6,300 for the people providing this money. You can, for example, say deposit, and if you want to add one sol, you will also add 102 USDC, so you're totally depositing $203 of value. Because for the traditional way here, you have to add this and this in the same amount because the price has to be the same. If you're not having the same price, that will mean that you would be influencing this if you would only add USDC or Solana. So you will add always the exactly same amount, so you're only thickening the amount of water liquidity in the pool and not influencing the price. Therefore, you are always adding the same. If you just drop that and you have a button here, edit, then you will can go to the portfolio page. You will see that position here, and you are able to withdraw the fees and also close your position at any time because it's liquidity pooling. So you can always withdraw 24/7, whatever you want. But remember, as your amount here keeps being the same, and if your, for example, Solana value will drop, people are lowering, like selling, then you will suffer some impermanent loss, like the value of your liquidity is lower than you had at first. If you had deposited one sol in, you will also get some out, which is of less worth than you had put in. All right, so far for this Radium, but every DEX has this. You can also see this on the Uniswap. Like you have the same things here. You have all liquidity pools. So, well, next thing will be the CLM. Again, enter the Discord for any questions or remarks, or if you want to learn more, join us, and I'm sure we can help and learn a lot with each other. All right, take care.